Hello, I'm Chuck Phillip with South Alabama Home Inspections, and welcome to another edition of this abandoned burn down home. And I got to looking at this thing. I've already walked around it, and this entire home was built out of 8x8x16 cinder block. And I think this is the first one I've seen where even the hallway, then every wall structure in the home was built with 8x8x16 cinder block. And as I was walking through this thing, which is I probably shouldn't be doing because it's burned down and nails sticking up and all that good stuff, but I couldn't resist. I just wanted to see how this thing fared under a full-blown house fire. This thing is completely burned up except for the walls, and so that kind of gives you a little bit of a testimony about how well this 8x8x16 can hold up. But one thing I wanted to point out too, and I do put this in my inspections when I find it. Fortunately, I don't find this too often, but what we're looking at is these windows, and they exceed the maximum height from being from the bottom of the floor to the bottom of the windowsill. And they also have the jalousie windows too. That's the ones that crank out. Those were real popular in the 60s and 70s, and probably go back to the 50s. But it kind of always hits home with me to some degree, because I remember back in the late 60s, we were going to church one morning, and we passed one of the roads leaving out of the neighborhood, and we saw all the fire trucks down on that street. And when we got back from church later that day, we had realized that house had burned down, and both the grandmother and the granddaughter had both died in the house fire. And the reason they perished is because they couldn't get out of the house because of the height of the windowsills, and the same situation we're looking at there with the jalousie windows. And so it's kind of stuck with me all these years from all that time back. And so also know too, you probably already know a lot of this stuff already, but I'm just going to rehash it. Most house fires usually start in the kitchen or the garage if you have one. And it's also a very good idea to keep at least 3 full-size fire extinguishers, one inside the garage, one in the kitchen, but also have another one at the entrance door from the house to the garage. And it'd probably be better to have even more than 3. But the most important thing is become familiar how to use it, and not only you, but everyone in the household should be familiar with that operation as well. Because you may not be around, if a fire was to start. So let's just walk on in this a little bit. This is actually the combination kitchen, dining room area, living room. But you can see how well this block wall held up, and which appears to be a pretty significant fire. And who knows where it started. But I figured I would just kind of make a short video and kind of point some of those things out as it came to me. And I hope these have been somewhat informative as well. I learned something from these myself. That's why I do this, because it's basically a learning adventure for me to go out and do this, because usually I have to go home and research some of this myself, and it helps me with my home inspections too. So, but if you enjoy these episodes I'm doing on abandoned homes, I do have a playlist on this, and I also have a lot of videos as far as how to maintain the house, because we do live in a pretty challenging area down here. And so yeah, just subscribe to the YouTube channel, and I also try to put articles on the Facebook page, and usually I have to do some updates as well to the YouTube videos, and that's where I do that. It's on the Facebook page. Yeah, so thanks for taking the time to look at this, guys, and see you next time.